Hola, mi amigos.
Brian, how you doing? I like your hat. It's a really nice hat. Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. Hope you guys are ready and are enjoying your tacos for Cinco de Mayo. My name is Sean. I am the Rotary Club President-elect. I have Brian Jones, who's our Vice President. Scott, who is our current president, couldn't be here today. He's golfing. I know. He's missing out on a taco party. I know. He should be here. This is a fun time. You guys picked the right meeting to come to. So let's start off with some reflections. Who's doing the reflection today? Oh, Carolyn, you're doing the reflection. I like that. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Thank you. For the food we are about to eat, for those who made it possible, and for those with whom we are about to share it, we are thankful. Amen.
Thank you, Carolyn. Appreciate it. All right. We'll go right into the pledge. Pledge allegiance of the United States of America to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Perfect. And the four-way test. You guys can repeat it with me. Of the things we think, say, or do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Excellent. Whoa, we're going to the meet and greet. Hold on, before we do that. Too late, I lost him already. You guys can meet. But I think that makes. Well, all right. If everybody could get back to their seats so we can keep the show going. Dolphin. I gotta thank you. It's been great. I would say. All right. Get back to these tacos and the churros. Come on, Hagir. I see you. Chatterbox. These tacos are so good, we can't stop talking about them. What do you guys think? Do you guys like the alternate lunch plans for today? It's pretty cool. Huh? Something different. Yeah. As much as I love soup and sandwiches, you know, it's nice to switch it up every now and again.
God never did this.
That's right.
No.
That's right. Come on, Scott, step
Leadership
up your lunch
upgrade.
game. Yeah. Maybe we'll do this more often. We'll try different restaurants around Harrisburg, you know? All right. Next, guests. We're gonna do guests. Do we have anyone in the Zoom room? Should we switch the Zoom room?
We probably should. I saw
I
Steve.
feel like that's kind of fun. Let's switch it up. Scott's not here. He can't tell me what to do. Who do we have on Zoom today? Let's see. We got, oh, what happened? We lost one. We got
Yeah.
Teresa.
We lost
Teresa, how you doing? You want to say hi?
Hello.
Hey, Teresa. We had Steve Feinauer.
Yeah, Steve Feinauer was on. the
Steve was on there.
He was here just a minute ago.
He was here just a minute ago, and then we went to go introduce him on the Zoom room, and he clicked off. He's like, I don't want to do this anymore. Sean has a hat on. Embarrassing.
Sean, you have a guest, Ryan Baker.
I do have a guest. Ooh, where's Ryan? Ryan, how you doing? Ryan works at CCA. He also let Ximena stay with him for what, 3 months? 4 months? Three.
Going on 4 months.
3. How was she? Was she good, guest?
My favorite exchange student out of 2. Don't tell us when I said that.
You want to introduce yourself and say hello?
Of course, Ryan Baker from Commonwealth Charter Academy. I've been there. This is my 12th year. I'm in the business office. I got connected to the Rotary through my local school district. My son is in the marching band, and the band director said, anyone interested in hosting? I kind of did it as a joke for my wife, thinking she'd say no, and she said, that sounds interesting. So here I am. And we hosted Manuel for the second half of last year, and he was awesome. And Ximena is, just can't say enough great things about her. She's phenomenal. So, yeah. And we are in the running for being a host family next year.
Thank you, Ryan. And it just shows how big and huge we are. Not only do we do service stuff, but we do a lot of youth exchange stuff. And being on the committee and being behind the scenes, there's a lot of work that goes into it. So Ximena and Dylan, you guys are awesome. Thanks for being part of the program.
Osmore. Where we at? Oz? Oh, there you are. Oh, that's, I was about to say Karina Foss. Am I pronouncing it correctly? Would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm Karina Foss. I'm with CMG Home Loans, mortgage lender, residential stuff. And I have been asking my friends about Rotary, and I'm so excited to be here today. So thank you.
Uh-oh, that might be a new member alert soon, huh?
Tony Mark,
Maybe.
we have Yolanda Haywood Gross. Is that correct? Hello. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Good afternoon, everyone. Yolanda Haywood Gross with the Salvation Army. I serve there as the Programs and Services Chief Administrator and have been with the Salvation Army for a long time, 15 years. Thanks for having me today.
Janetta India Smith.
Hello, my name is India Smith. I am a sophomore finance major at Howard University. I am a Joshua Group alumni, went to Joshua Group from 2nd to 12th grade. And I actually worked with YCDT and I was a youth speaker during my senior year of high school. So it's really nice to see Rotary again.
Ellen has 2 guests. Where's Mark? I see Mark. There he is. Start with Mark Hawthorne. Friend.
Good afternoon, Mark Hawthorne. I'm Executive Director of the Boys and Girls Club of Harrisburg. Thank you for having me again. I've actually been serving the Harrisburg community. This will be my 30th year with Boys and Girls Club, so thank you.
Yvonne Collins. I was about to say.
Hello, I am Yvonne Hollins and I am a Rotarian Colonial Park, Paul Harris. It's so good to be back home. I was Mark's teacher when he was in Marshall, 5th grade, 3rd grader, 5th grade. And it's so good to be back home. I always feel very comfortable when I'm with Rotarians. And to my cousin Richard in the back, hello, how are you? And yes, but again, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Ms. Kirsten Keys, you are next.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Kirsten Keith. I'm the Public Relations Coordinator for the Harrisburg School District, where it is my privilege and honor to serve all of our students, our families, our staff, our administration, and our new superintendent, Dr. Benjamin Henry, who you will hear from very shortly. Thank you so much for having us.
Dylan, it looks like you've got 3 guests here. Do you just want to introduce them quick? 4 guests, okay.
Okay. Hi. Today I brought my grandmother with me in the blue. It's my grandma. Her name is Karen. Oh, I'm gonna let you guys introduce me.
Hello, I'm Dylan's grandmother, Karen Fields. I'm counting down. It's nice to be here. You Rotarians, awesome. Thank you so much for what you do.
Hello, everyone. I'm Wanda Watson. I'm Karen's sister and Dylan's aunt.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Patricia Pierce, and I'm his great aunt. Thank you for having us.
Good afternoon. I'm Bobby Pierce. Some people call me Robert. Okay. I'm his uncle and I'm their brother. Unfortunately, I'm stuck in the middle, so I catch it from both sides, all right? But I'm glad to be here. Thank you for allowing us to participate. And thank you for what you do for our youth.
Thank you. That's the list, Sean, but I heard, what's the bullet point about guests for members?
Yeah, that's a great question. We were having a good board meeting today, and our friend Aaron Jacobs from the York Rotary Club reminded us of the importance of what we do in the Rotary Club, but in order to sustain what we do, we have to remind each other to please bring a guest. Every Rotary Club luncheon that we have is an opportunity for you guys to bring an extra person. And don't forget, our club amended the bylaws so that you can bring up to 1 guest a year free of charge. So take advantage of that perk, because not other clubs have that. Bring a guest, let them know what the good word is. Awesome. Oh yeah, I have the clicker. I was waiting for you to click it. Oh, can you hit the PowerPoint for me?
Right.
All right, let's do some announcements. You have an announcement. What do you want to say?
Just want to say that I'm glad that the family is here, but I just want everybody to know this. because I get a big charge out of this.
Oh, okay.
Is that, this young man here ran track with me at the university.
Hey, all right. Wow. PITT, let's go Pitt. All right. I decided to add this little thing here. It's a QR code. If you guys have a cell phone and you're wondering, how do I access Club Runner? Just scan that. We got a bunch of events coming up, so I want you guys to scan that now so you can register for these events. There's 3 big ones coming up this week. This is the most amount of service projects that we've had in a given week, and I hope to see you guys attend at least some of them. If not all of them, I'll be there. I mean, who doesn't want to hang out with me, right? So please. This Wednesday, the 7th, Rotary Meets Business. Who here has been to a Rotary Meets Business meeting? It's awesome. We combine with the Rotary Club of Harrisburg Keystone, and we go to the Capitol Blue store in Enola, and we network, and we get to know each other from different clubs all over the district, and we get to present what we do and how we do it. So if you guys want to get to know other Rotarians in our district, please come to this event, Capitol Blue Store. Scan the QR code, make sure that you register. Actually, there's another QR code coming up for Rotary Meets Business. But for Club Runner, for our events locally, we have Saturday, May 10th. Do you guys know where the Peace Garden is on Front Street? Some of you guys have planted plants there in the past. We haven't done it for a while. We need to get back to doing that. It's a great project. We usually have 10 to 15 Rotarians do it. We are planting 1,200 plants between 9 to 12 on Saturday. I hope to see you guys there. Bring your planting gloves, bring a little shovel. It's going to be awesome. Even if you can only go for a short period of time, half hour, please come. It's right across from King's Mansion. You guys can park at King's Mansion, and then you can plant some plants. It's going to be great. We're going to take a picture. Also, Megan Bachborn told me that we're buying breakfast for you guys, which is really nice. So if you guys like coffee, a little breakfast, Sammy, yeah, come there. It's going to be awesome. We're going to plant some stuff. And then, believe it or not, we love planning so much that we decided to plan 2 back to back. I know. It's awesome. Monday, May 12th, service on a Monday, Swenson Plaza beautification. We're going to be planning some more stuff on Monday. So, Peace Garden Saturday, more planning on Monday. And then Tuesday, if you guys don't already know, we raised $5,000 for youth advocate programs to make T-shirts. And their first batch of T-shirts was about gun violence awareness. And since we partnered with them, they will be able to make T-shirts for us. So we're wrapping up that district grant. We would love to have 1 or 2 of you guys come from the Rotary Club to advocate on our behalf to teach these young fellows what we do and why we do it. And I thought the first meeting was great. And to wrap up this project will just be a huge thing for them to keep them off the streets and give them another avenue towards making money. So. And then just a reminder, the next Rotary Luncheon is Monday, May 19th. That is the Community Service Awards and our district governor visit. So you guys know that the Community Service Award is huge for us, right? Besides the Robert D. Hansen now Rotarian of the Year, the Community Service Award is our other award. I think this one is just as important, maybe even more important to the fact of why we're here and what we do. So there is applications on our website. We have 5 in right now. If you guys can think of anybody within our club or outside of our club that represents the community, please nominate them. Brian is chair of the committee this year, and we will be deciding shortly who our community service nominee is, and they will be awarded May 19th. Yes, absolutely.
So we have scholarship committee, Peggy, Carolyn, and Mike. We have had our submissions for the scholarships and reviewed. They were very difficult. We'll be awarding 3 scholarships to candidates from SciTech and 2 from John Harris on Monday, May 19th, hopefully.
hopefully, or soon to come in one of those meetings. So it was wonderful to have those applicants. So that's our progress with that.
Thank you, Amy. Yeah, it's exciting if you guys think about it. We do the pancake breakfast every year, and from that fundraiser, we're able to take $8,000 and give it away to 4 kids. So it's a great program. Andy, thank you for all you do for the pancake breakfast. We're gonna miss you raising these funds, but we're gonna continue the legacy of what you've instilled in this club, and we want to continue to raise money for these kids for the scholarships. So Amy, thank you. Thank you for the reminder. Dylan, would you like to come up front and center with your family? Come on, family. Come on up front. Yeah, that's you. Enzi, come on up. Come on, family. We love you guys. So, who knows on the right side of the picture? They're left. They're left. Who the gentleman is in the sport coat? Does anybody know? Ron Gus. Ron Gus was a Rotarian for a long time. He was the chair of our youth exchange committee. And when he passed in 2018, he left a legacy. Over $100,000 he left in TFEC for the youth exchange program. He left it for kids who wanted to do youth exchange but didn't have the resources to do so. And so far, since 2018, most of the youth exchange students that we've had have been able to afford the trips on their own. Dylan was the first person eligible to be a part of this Ron Gus Fund. And recently, in our foundation, we have received funds for $7,500 from the Ron Gus Fund to give to Dylan to help him in his youth exchange program. We wanted to come up here and recognize you guys. I know that we were supposed to have TFEC come here and speak today, but we just wanted to let everybody know what you guys did receive, and you do have the funds readily and available for your trip coming up. So congratulations. Yeah, let's do a group photo. Oh, come on. Want to go in front of that? Right here. Oh, you can get in the center. You can find yourself. Everybody surround down. There we go. All right. What was yesterday? Can you stand next to? Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. There we go. Yes. Take it tight. Hey, Dylan. There we go. Can you tell people where you're going?
Oh, yes. As you can see from the flag, I'm going to be doing my youth exchange year in Brazil, which I'm very excited for and looking forward to. Thank you guys for all the support that you've shown me throughout this whole thing. I've fallen in love with the Rotary Club. It's been absolutely amazing. But
Oh, yeah.
oh, all right.
Thank you. We're excited for you. And thank you to all the members who used the GoFundMe link. I think, Dylan, you're up to like $2,600 in the GoFundMe link. So yeah, raised a lot of money. These youth exchange programs for 10 months are very expensive. So thank you. Thank you for all that you guys have done. All right, next up, Ximena. Why don't you come on up here? Ximena is a youth exchange from Mexico, and she spent the past 10 months here, and she's wrapping up her time here in the United States and wants to give a little presentation on what she's learned about her time here in America. Not here somewhere.
Yes. Good job, Brendan.
Sorry, my hat. Oh.
Um, Hi, my name is Ximena Loaiza. I'm 19 years old and I'm an exchange student from Mexico. I currently live in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania with my dear host family. I live in Guasave, Sinaloa. That city was founded by Hernando de Villafañe. The city is really close to the beach. It's just like 30 minutes driving, and fish farming is the principal industry. It's a really small city, but it's fun because everyone know each other, and you can get to the places just walking, and the food is really good. There is some magic towns close to my city. There is They are really pretty. The people just go to take pictures, walk around, and spend the weekend there. This is my family. There is my dad. His name is Eduardo. He's an architect. He's the best dad. And he's really kind. And he's always helping the people. Then is my mom. She stay home. Her name is Adriana, and she's also the best mom. And she's always working hard. Then I have two other sisters. They are really smart. The other one is Adriana. She is 26 years old. And she's working right now, but I don't know what she's doing. Then my other sister, her name is Ana Sofia. She's 24 years old and she just finished college last December.
That's amazing.
And then is my brother. His name is Eduardo. He's 19 years old, and we are twins, but we are really different. He already finished high school, and he wants to go to college to study international business. And he's also a tennis player, and he's really kind and good person. These are my host families. I had three host families during the year. The first one, he's Noah. He's a junior in high school, and he's really good playing the drums. And then his dad and his mom, Damon and Amy Gully. That is my second host family. I stay with them from from December to March. There is Ryan. Then is Preston. He's also a junior in high school, and he's playing the trumpet. He's one of my best friends. Then is his dad and her mom, Ryan and Vicky Baker, and their dog Abby. And then is my third and last whole family. She's Victoria. She's also a junior in high school, and she's really nice. And there is her mom and her dad, Bobby Joe and Melvin Barton. Right now, I'm a senior at Central Dauphin High School. I really like the school. I have a lot of friends, and it's really different than my school in Mexico. And there is my school in Mexico. There's like a really small school. It's middle school and high school together. And it's just like 15 students from each grade. It's a really good school if you want to study something about business. During the year, I try to keep doing sports. So I enjoy to cross country during the fall, indoor track during the winter, and track and field during the spring. I really like it, and the team is really nice, and I really enjoy running. We do a little trips with other exchange students. We went to Hershey Park after the district conference. We also went to Phillips a few times. We participated in a holiday parade. We went to Gettysburg, but my favorite trip was when we went to New York and we see a Broadway show. There is some of my friends. There is all the cross-country girls. They are really nice, and they make me feel like part of the team really fast. Um, there is the other exchange students. I learn a lot of things about them and their countries. They are really funny, and they are always joking around. I do different activities with my friends. Like we had a pasta party before districts from cross country, and then it's a picture with my best friend Jules. We were to ice skating, and that was the first time that I do it. That was really fun, and I just fell one time. And there is also a picture from prom. That was last Friday, and that was a really good experience, and that was really fun. And
Ximena. That was great. Looks like you had a really fun time here in the United States. I don't think I've even done all that stuff, so nice job. All right. Going straight to it. So it's pretty interesting. I met James, what was it, at Valley Bistro like 4 or 5 years ago? Maybe it wasn't that long ago. And yeah, we were waiting for our breakfast. We started chatting it up, and the next thing I know, I was like, man, this guy is really interesting. I think at the time he was doing IT, and I wanted to stay connected to him. I said, let's add each other on LinkedIn. Next thing I know, he comes up to me and he's like, hey Sean, how you doing? I'm like, I don't know who this is. James Edrington. We met at Valley Bistro. I work at the United Way now. I'm like, that's freaking awesome. Next thing I know, I see him again in our Rotary Club, and now he's a banker in the nonprofit world for Presence Bank. James, awesome. Want to come up here and do your Meet the Member? Good guy. You guys should all get to know James.
Hey everyone, I'm the guy with the clicker. I can't believe I have to go after a minute. Seems like a setup. But my name is James Edrington Senior, new Rotarian this year. Like Sean said, we met at Valley Bistro. I like to talk to random people. I was told I'd make a good banker. So yeah. So just what I'm going to share today is just a little bit of my background, right? Where am I from, family dynamics, professional background, stuff like that. But
I'm working. Try again.
so for me, I've been here my whole life, born and raised in Harrisburg, grew up out in Lower Paxton, went to CD East all through school, then went to Dauphin County Votech for graphic design. So really enjoy the city. I live in Enola now, per my wife. Happy life. I tried. But I get to sit on Front Street every single day at my office, so that's fantastic as well. You can bring that in. Oh, man. There we go. So a little bit of background for me. Like I said, I went to Dauphin County Votech for graphic design. I actually made that in like 9th grade. I was just going through pictures and I was like, share this one. So that's me sitting at a desk. I was never actually at the desk. I just built that. But for me, growing up, it was my mom and my 2 sisters. I have a sister who I'm 31, she'll be 33. Then we have a younger sister who's graduating high school this year. So she's 17, she'll be 18. So my mom, Yolanda, I brought her to Rotary. You guys told me I was cheating because I brought my mom. Then my sister, Janae, and my younger sister, Rain. But went to Shippensburg University for secondary education to become a math teacher. But yeah, I ended up in sales. Who knows how you get there? I wrestled, I played football through school. I couldn't find any pictures, but the one that my grandma makes fun of me for. But yeah. So my wife and I, we met and I was 14. I think I was in 8th grade. So we're high school, middle school sweethearts. We met right in the summer. But man, I would say I married up in so many different ways, man. She makes me so much better in so many different ways. She gives me the opportunity to work in IT. My background truly is in automotive. I spent 9 years in the automotive field. I opened a garage when I was in college, transitioned into the dealership space till COVID. And yeah, COVID changed things up and I was trying to find a new me. But my wife gave me the room to do that, right? And just what we've been able to build has been amazing. But yeah, that's 14-year-old me. I think it's like 18. We go to different like murder mystery dinners. So, and the top one, I think she was the bottom one, she's a baker. I think she was doing ice cream. And can anyone guess who I am? Mario. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm good at this. Then the second one, I was like a chauffeur. So next, I'm a father of three boys. We do a lot of sports. I have James, who's 12. I have Ryan, who's about to be 11. Then I have Jackson, who is about to be 8. He's all over the place. I say my oldest is very reserved. My middle is out of the box. And my youngest, I have no idea. Do whatever he wants. But they do a lot of sports. I coach as well. So they do football, basketball, soccer, baseball. We're always going. They even did track for a little bit, but they're my guys. I have sisters, no brothers. So this is what I prayed for. And I don't know if I made the right prayer, but it's fun. Maybe we do need the extra kid. But so really involved with the United Way and different organizations. Community is huge for me. Born and raised in Harrisburg. Harrisburg means everything to me, especially when it comes to the youth. So whether I'm a Salval kid, right? I went to the Salvation Army every single day. Boys and Girls Club, American Cancer Society, everything, very engaged. But now I am a banker. I specialize with not-for-profits. I always say I'm here to make you money, and save you time. That's my goal. I always truly feel like a lot of nonprofits kind of get swept under the rug because they don't borrow a lot of money. So with us, we want to make you as much money as possible. And for me, I want to take care of you, right? I'm your guy. You're not getting the phone tree. You're getting James's number when you work with me. But yeah, those are the 3 guys that sit here in Harrisburg for President's Bank. There's myself, Vishnu Patel, the most famous guy out there, and Tom Breen. And I actually met them through the United Way. They gave me a check for EITC. And they told me, man, I like this guy. And we grabbed coffee and now I'm here. But big thing for me was engaging with the community, right? Being able to be in rooms like this with the Rotary, being able to be that fist, right? When you bring everyone together, there's so much power. But yeah, Scott got me to do that too. Hey. That's me.
The Deans. All right. Switching back over.
Come on, Brian. Come on, Brian.
Gosh. Making me look really good. All right, featured speaker time. Chris, you're up.
Greetings. I'm Chris Baldridge, and I have the privilege of being the Executive Director of the Harrisburg Public Schools Foundation, and therefore get to work with Dr. Henry on a daily basis. So I just want to give a quick introduction. Dr. Henry moved here at the beginning of this year, and he has finished his 100th day. He's in the process of living here with his wife and 3 daughters. I think one daughter graduates this weekend, or
no, my niece graduated this. Jackson Howard.
Okay.
Howard too, right? Yeah, I'll be there this weekend.
All right, there you go. All right, so he started his career down in Florida. He has, 2 decades of experience as a public school teacher, and then roughly another decade in various leadership roles in the top tier school district south of Orlando. He holds a bachelor's degree in special education from Alabama State University, a master's degree in computer information systems, and a bachelor's degree in education leadership. I'm talking fast because he's time to go, so here we go. Dr. Henry.
I'll tell you, hit wait. Yes, sir. First off, can I say that I'm so happy that I followed James and not the other young lady? I was like, please don't go next. So I know I have a short amount of time, and I want to make it very impactful. First off, I'm so excited to be here in the city in Harrisburg. Every day I get to get up and have fun. I get to do something I absolutely love, which is really work with so many students. So for over the past 100 days, I've been everywhere I could possibly be because I really believe that there's a story that needs to be told about all the great work we're doing in the city. And so I would like to start off any presentation. I'm not going to be able to show all of it. But I like showing the view for a reason because everyone always asks me the same question. Why Harrisburg? all the places in the world you can move to. Why Harrisburg? And for me, when you see this video, I think I make a connection on why I chose this place and why I'm so happy. And I promise if you all allow me, I want to be here at least 10 years. I keep telling on that. I made my first 100 days, I'm trying to keep it going. So one thing I always talk about that is so essential that I believe that everyone needs to understand that every kid deserves a champion. They deserve a champion. They deserve someone that's gonna fight for them. They deserve someone that wake up every morning with kids in their focus. And I tell everyone, and I know I make people upset when I say this, I work for kids. I don't work for adults. I don't work for adults. Every morning I wake up, I think about children. And I think about what can we do to make sure we are moving outcomes and making sure that every kid get every opportunity to go be a foreign exchange student, to be able to go to Howard, to do every dream they want to dream. And so for me, this is where that passion comes. So I'm gonna show a little bit of this video real quick. I've shown this multiple times to a lot of people in our organization because I want everyone to understand that we all should be champions for kids. So if you don't mind, we'll show up about 5 minutes of this.
I have spent my entire life either at the schoolhouse, on the way to the schoolhouse, or talking about what happens in the schoolhouse. Both my parents were educators. My maternal grandparents were educators. And for the past 40 years, I've done the same thing. And so needless to say, over those years, I've had a chance to look at education reform from a lot of perspectives. Some of those reforms have been good, some of them have been not so good. And we know why kids drop out. We know why kids don't learn. It's either poverty, low attendance, negative peer influences. We know why. But one of the things that we never discuss, or we rarely discuss, is the value and importance of human connection. Relationships. James Comer says that no significant learning can occur without a significant relationship. George Washington Carver says all learning is understanding relationships. Everyone in this room has been affected by a teacher or an adult. For years, I have watched people teach. I have looked at the best and I've looked at some of the worst. A colleague said to me one time, they don't pay me to like the kids. They pay me to teach a lesson. The kids should learn it. I should teach it, they should learn it, case closed. Well, I said to her, you know, kids don't learn from people they don't like. She said, that's just a bunch of hooey. And I said to her, well, your year is gonna be long and arduous, dear. Needless to say, it was. Some people think that you can either have it in you to build a relationship or you don't. I think Stephen Covey had the right idea. He said you ought to just throw in a few simple things, like seeking first to understand as opposed to being understood. Simple things like apologizing. You ever thought about that? Tell a kid you're sorry, they're in shock. I taught a lesson once on ratios. I'm not real good with math, but I was working on it. And I got back and looked at that teacher edition. I taught the whole lesson wrong. So I came back to class the next day and I said, look, guys, I need to apologize. I taught the whole lesson wrong. I'm so sorry. They said, that's okay, Miss Pearson. You were so excited. We just let you go. I have had classes that were so low, so academically deficient that I cried. I wondered, how am I going to take this group in 9 months from where they are to where they need to be? And it was difficult. It was awfully hard. How do I raise the self-esteem of a child and his academic achievement at the same time? One year I came up with a bright idea. I told all my students, you were chosen to be in my class. Because I am the best teacher and you are the best students, they put us all together so we could show everybody else how to do it. One of the students said, really?
I said, really? We have to show the other classes how to do it. So when we walk down the hall, people will notice us. So you can't make noise. You just have to strut. And I gave him a saying to say, I am somebody. I was somebody when I came. I'll be a better somebody when I leave. I am powerful and I am strong. I deserve the education that I get here. I have things to do, people to impress, and places to go. And they said, yeah. You say it long enough, it starts to be a part of you. And so I gave a quiz, 20 questions. Student missed 18. I put a +2 on this paper and a big smiley face. He said, Miss Pearson, is this an F? I said, yes. He said, then why'd you put a smiley face? I said, because you on the roll. You got 2 right, you didn't miss them all. I said, and when we review this, won't you do better? He said, yes, ma'am, I can do better. You see, -18 sucks all the life out of you. +2 said, I ain't all bad. For years, I watched my mother take the time at recess to review, go on home visits in the afternoon, buy combs and brushes and peanut butter and crackers to put in her desk drawer for kids that needed to eat, and a washcloth and some soap for the kids who didn't smell so good. See, it's hard to teach kids who stink. And kids can be cruel. And so she kept those things in her desk, and years later, after she retired, I watched some of those same kids come through and say to her, you know, Miss Walker, you made a difference in my life. You made it work for me. You made me feel like I was somebody when I knew at the bottom I wasn't. And I want you to just see what I've become. And when my mama died 2 years ago at 92, there were so many former students at her funeral. It brought tears to my eyes, not because she was gone, but because she left a legacy of relationships that could never disappear. Can we stand to have more relationships? Absolutely. Will you like all your children? Of course not. And you know your toughest kids are never absent. Never. You won't like them all, and the tough ones show up for a reason. It's the connection, it's the relationships. And while you won't like them all, the key is they can never, ever know it. So teachers become great actors and great actresses, and we come to work when we don't feel like it, and we listen to policy that doesn't make sense, and we teach anyway. We teach anyway because that's what we do. Teaching and learning should bring joy. How powerful would our world be if we had kids who were not afraid to take risks, who were not afraid to think, and who had a champion? Every child deserves a champion, an adult who will never give up on them, who understands the power of connection and insists that they become the best that they can possibly be. Is this job tough? You betcha. Oh God, you betcha. But it is not impossible. We can do this. We're educators. We're born to make a difference. Thank you so much.
So for me, every year I was a building principal. I would start my school year out with that video. And I did it for a couple of reasons. I connect so much to that video because the kids she's talking about was me. You know, I always like to explain the first time I visit Harrisburg, again, this was not on my radar. I had an opportunity to meet Secretary Mamine a couple of years ago, and he was telling me all about the great things in Pennsylvania. And so happened a few weeks later, I hear about this job in Harrisburg. I grew up in Jacksonville, Florida, on the east side of Jacksonville, Florida. And when I visit here, it reminds me so much of where I grew up. My mom was a cafeteria worker for 30 years, and she's 78 years old, still very active in the community. And the one thing she taught me was the power of relationship, because even 78 years old, she still take kids to school, she still pick them up, she still do all this stuff. And she showed me that education is the lever to get people to the next place in life. And so I've been very instrumental about saying, this is gonna be my passion. And so when I came here, when I heard about Harrisburg, the first thing that drew me to this district and drew me to this city was when I started looking at the reading data. When I saw the reading data in the Harrisburg School District, it really hurt my heart. It bothered me a lot to the point where I told my wife, I want to move here. Now I'm gonna bike up a little bit. My wife is from Nassau, Bahamas. All right, I'm saying that for a reason. Remember, we live in Florida. Just imagine me calling home, telling my wife, hey, I want to move to Harrisburg. The first thing she said, are you sure? I say yes. And I say, if it's meant to be, it would be. And so happen we're here. We're here. And that's why I love what I do, because every morning I get up and she allowed me to come and have fun every day because she knows I'm passionate about this work. So I know we have a short amount of time, so you can scan the QR code to get the full presentation. I'm gonna kind of go through it. But one of the things I wanted to show is two pieces. I wanted you all to kind of hear from me from what I've been able to discover my first 100 days, but also where are we going? It's so important for me to make sure that as a school district, we have a vision. Because we don't have a vision, then we don't know idea where we're going. And so that's been the biggest piece of this work is I really want to set a vision of this work for the next 3 to 5 years. But here's the other part about all of this. I believe in high level accountability. What I'm telling you all we're gonna do, we're gonna do it. And we all gonna be transparent because we're gonna post dashboard so you all can track it. Because at the end of the day, I've told everyone this, 3 years, if we don't start making something different, I need the community to hold me accountable. That's the job. Is you all hired me to come here to do a job, and my job is simple, move the academic needle. So in order to move it, I need to be able to be transparent to my community to say, here's where we're at, here's where we're going, and here's you all how you can hold me accountable. Because I've told everyone, if 3 years I don't move this needle, then maybe I'm not the right person. Now, I know I will. I'm confident I will, but I'm that invested that I'm telling everyone, I'm putting myself on a clock. My clock started November 1st. And in 3 years, if we don't see a significant move in our data, then maybe I'm not the right one. Now, I'm gonna be very upset in 3 years if I don't move this needle, because I'm putting this out here. But I just wanted to make sure. So one of the things that I really have opportunity to do is have a lot of town hall meetings with our students. Remember I told you I work for kids. I work for kids. And so before I start meeting with the adults, I need to hear from what our student told me. And so our student told me a lot of things over the last few months. And so a lot of the plan that you're going to hear about is what I heard from our students. So one of the biggest thing, I know I'm on the clock, is trust. As a school district, that's one of the biggest things that we have to reestablish is trust. And I'm just going to own it. Over the years that we haven't had a good trust and relationship between our community and our business community. So me going out and really establishing that trust is what is needed. In order for us to have a village to really take care of our kids, it got to be both ways. You all have to trust that when I say I'm going to do this work, y'all got to trust me. But also I got to be able to come to you all and say, guys, this is what I need. I need support. I need you all to come together, support students who have vision. How can we come together as a community to be that village to make sure we're supporting our students? So trust is one of the biggest pieces I heard about. Closing the educational gap. Again, we could talk about this all day, but we have very low data when we come to math and reading scores. We rank, and beyond which, we have 500 school districts in the Commonwealth. We rank in the low 490s. Just go on it, guys. When I saw the data at that time, we were in reading, we were 499. Yeah. So what we're gonna do? Because we can sit here and complain about it, or we can say we're gonna roll up our sleeve and get to work. So that's what we're getting ready to do. So we got to work on closing that educational gap. High quality service. Again, how do we make sure we're working with our business community, working with our community to make sure that we provide the best quality service? These are some of the things that we've been able to discover during my time. We have a lot of barriers, a lot, especially when you come to academics. So how do we go about removing some of those barriers so we could make sure we provide an opportunity for our students? So what you all will see, again, I'm kind of going through this kind of quick, is we develop what we call pillars. So these 5 pillars is going to be how we drive our work for the next 5 years, okay? So for me, it's about, if we're going to say we're going to do it, it's about what I call return on investment. If we're going to invest funds, taxpayer money on this, what's the return on investment? And again, how can the community hold me accountable to say, this is what we're going to do? So here's one of the things when I talk about my vision, it's 3 pieces. And this is, again, listen to our community, listen to our student. College success. If a student want to go to college, one of the things that our school district should be able to do is provide them the right education. So when they walk in the first day at any college, they are prepared. The next one, career readiness. Again, if a student do not want to go to college, but they want to go into the career field, how do we provide opportunity while they're in school to get co-op opportunity? The next one, life preparation. We should be trying to prepare our students to be global citizens. So these are the pillars. These are the 5 pillars that we are focused on: academic excellence, continued improvement, empowering the voice of our staff and our student, data-driven excellence. It's about using data to make decisions. And the last one, the most important one, partnership connection. It's about building that relationship with our community. Because again, it's a village. It takes everyone in this room in order to work with our students, to move those academic outcomes. So when we talk about excellence for all, here's a couple of things we're talking about. We really want to expand CTE. We really want to expand opportunity for advanced placement testing. We want to create more workforce development opportunity, and again, increase our rigor so we can see that our students are able to perform. When we talk about continual improvement, this is our professional development. It's important for me to develop our own and retain our own. Any work, if you look at any research around school improvement work around school district, most time you in this place because you have high turnover. When you have a high turnover of staff, you are constantly starting at day one. And so for us to move this academic needle, we first have to do what? Grow our own, retain our own, and develop our own through mentorship. We have to get mentorship, not just for our students, but also our staff, so they can be ready to work in this type of environment. The next thing is that growth mindset and career advancement. How do we create career advancement, again, so people stay here in our school district? The other one, developing our global citizen. Here's 4 different items that we're looking at. Again, expanding what we're doing around social emotional learning. Again, working with our tier approach. Because again, one of the things that I realized is during COVID did a number on the school district. Our student was out 18 months. Say that again, 18 months. And we understand that no one knew what we were doing during COVID. But we need to have a plan on how we're going to intervene now that we have these students back in school. So MTSS is a big piece. Again, we talk about operational excellence. It's about making a line of our funds and our work to our strategic plan, okay? And continue the improvement of what we're doing and assessing it and really seeing what we say a return on investment. Partnership. It's about engaging families, engaging our business community, engaging our community to come back to work with us. That is a big piece for us, is how do we engage our community to work and be alongside with us as we continue to do this work moving forward. So I got 2 minutes? Okay, all right. So a couple of things. One of the things that we're looking at is, one of the things I'll talk about is proficiency. In the school district prior, we talked about growth. And I said, I'm not with growth. It's about proficient. It's about making sure that every kid that in our classroom with reading, they're proficient readers. Right now, you look in our classroom, we have 20 kids in the classroom, we might have 2 that's proficient. We have to do better. We have to do better, and we will do better. So it's about closing that gap. The other part is student services. One thing we're talking about again is how do we implement our behavior intervention plans? How do we implement more of our social emotional learning so we can address some of the needs of our students? I don't know why the presentation all messed up, but we're gonna keep going. Human resources, this is the one big one, is Again, how do we recruit, retain our own? That's a big piece for them. So over the next 3 years, we are putting systems in place on how we're going to recruit and retain and grow our own educators. This is a big one for me. How do we improve our facility? It's important because we have to understand that when we have our students in our classroom, especially our 5 and 6-year-old, the world that they grow up in going to look 10, 15 years, going to look a lot different. So how do we create a classroom space that really embrace this change in technology we have in our country, in our world, and really make sure that we are addressing our 21st century student? So we really want to look at collaboration space and making sure we are providing a space where our students feel like this is the classroom of the future. Special education, again, we want to make sure that we continue to work with our special education program and meet the need of reducing the amount of students that require special education. This is a big one. We call this our zero-based budgeting implementation, but also with a return on investment model. So when you hear us saying we're doing this initiative, you should say, what's the return on investment? Because at the end of the day, it's a business we're running, and it's tax dollar we're spending. So you all should, again, hold me accountable to say, what's our return on investment on this? And then this is just looking at our audits, making sure that we align our federal program to, again, what we say we're going to do on our pillars. So here's a big piece I want to end with because of sake of time. Visibility. You all will see me everywhere. In order for me to build trust, I have to be out selling what I'm trying to do. The next part is, how do we create this partnership between our community and local business? Because in order for us to do this work, again, it got to be a true partnership. It got to be a true partnership. So I will be reaching out to a lot of people in the community because we need co-op opportunity. We need opportunity for our students to be able to experience stuff outside the classroom, hands-on experience. That's what we need. So that's part of, I'm going to be, again, beating that drum, trying to find places for our students to have these experiences. And true partnership. A true partnership is both ways. It's both ways. And so we are being very vulnerable to say, there's a new Harrisburg School District, because we need you all to help us out as we continue to move this work forward. So I know I wanted to have some time for questions. How much time do I have? All right, any question? I know I'm sorry I went fast, but I want to honor everyone's time. Any questions of me?
Just have one.
Yes, ma'am.
I just recently lost some wonderful neighbors. They moved their children to Mechanicsburg because they found our school district to be very wanting.
Mm-hmm.
And it really hurt my feelings because all my kids graduated from Harrisburg School. I graduated from Harrisburg. Who should I have contacted?
Right now, me. But I'm going to tell you this. This is on me. I'm going to own every bit of it. We have to change our narrative. And when I say that, we have a unique story here in Harrisburg that I don't think get told often. You know, I had an opportunity Saturday night to be a part of John Harris School of Business SBI program. They had this banquet. And the students, I think it's 10 seniors, had over $3 million in scholarship money. That's amazing. But that story is not out there. So for many of our community, all the thing to hear is all the violence. But they don't hear about all the great stuff going on. We have multiple plays going on. We have so many great things. That's on me. So I often say we have to start telling our story, because we allow everyone else to tell the story. They're going to lead with stuff to get clicks. I'm on it. So we got to start showing and highlighting all the great stuff we're doing in our school district. Anything else from me? Yes.
One quick question, and I'm not trying to be political at all, but could you talk about the loss of federal funding that we are hearing about?
Yes. I had to dive a little bit. Yes. Guys, I'm gonna just be honest. Every day is we don't know what we're going to receive via email from time to time. We don't see what's going to be signed from time to time. So it's real, guys. I mean, literally, we had to cut a lot of our budget this past year, and we had to put money in reserve because, you know, it's a lot of program that has been under attack. And it's certain program that's good for kids. We have to find a way to do it in spite of. It's difficult. Funding is difficult right now. I mean, honestly, like I say, we had to cut a lot. We had to make some tough decisions. But one of the things that we always going to make the right decision is think about kids. And for me, if it's impacting kid directly, we're gonna find a way to make it work. And so being able to partner with the foundation, they've been great help for us, a great help for us. And so being able to have those type of partners is how we're gonna get through all of this. Because in spite of, our kids are waiting. Yeah, hear me say this. They're waiting. They waiting on the adults to figure this out. And so my job is, how do I get you all to help me figure this out so we can do what's best for our student? Anything else? Yes.
I'm just going to end on a positive note. The community, I really see, you know, Big Brothers Big Sisters, we say that we're bigger together. And I know in the nonprofit community, we work together every day. You know, highlighting the work that some of your students are doing. Capital Blue Cross, and I don't think they're here today, but is a company that has invested in the Harrisburg School District students for a long time. And in 2 weeks, 16 John Harris High School students will be receiving $16,000 in scholarships. I wanted to give him a shout out, but they're not here. But, you know, you have the community support. I think what the community needs to see is exactly what you're sharing. They need to see that we all come together, that we start utilizing each other's resources and filling in the gaps. It's not one agency, but we all have to do our part. So I'm looking forward to continuing to support, and I'm excited. Hopefully you guys can come to the graduation ceremony end of May.
Thank you. Big round of applause for one thing before you leave. Okay, got a little gift for you. Here, take a little picture for you. This is our yeah, little gift. It's our 4-way test. Little appreciation for all that you do, and a little reminder of who we are. So let's take a little picture. How about that? What do you guys think about the new banner, huh? That's nice. Here we go.
Oh, there you go. 1, 2, and 3. Thank you.
All right, couple last things before we wrap up. Here's the QR code. So when you guys get a chance, scan this. This is for Rotary Meets Business. So if you guys want to register for this Wednesday, please scan it now. Hopefully it's not just me at Rotary Meets Business. Just a reminder also, Peace Garden on Saturday. These are the people that are registered. Oh, actually, there'll be 2 people with me at Rotary Meets Business. So far, nobody's registered for the Peace Garden, so we're expecting between 10, maybe 12 of us at the Peace Garden this weekend. That would be great. 2 volunteers have registered for service on a Monday, so numbers don't look great right now, but I know you guys can change this right now. Help me out, scan the QR code. Also, remember, look at Club Runner for updated, for the latest speakers and guests. They already left. James, I guess you're with me, and Ximena, I need some pictures before you guys leave. And don't forget to police your area. Thank you.